So, in continuation with rural development, and we are continuing on with agricultural marketing, and in this, we are going to do defects of the agricultural marketing in India. So, we're going to take a quick look because whatever we are seeking, those are the defects. So, we can just go on, like, for example, that there are too many intermediaries. A large number of intermediaries exist between the cultivator and the consumer. So a lot of middlemen and commission agents, they take a good amount of margin and thus reduce the returns to the cultivators. Indian farmer, for example, receives just 60% of the price paid by the final consumer, and the remaining 40% is taken by the middlemen. Then we can talk about lack of market information. The farmers really do not get enough information about the market prices in the big markets, so they don't know about that. As a result, farmers have to accept whatever price is quoted to them and have to believe whatever the traders tell them. And we have there is also forced sale. Most of the Indian farmers are very poor and thus have no capacity to wait, no holding capacity for better price of their produce. So in absence of proper credit facilities, farmers has to sell off his produce at the earliest. So he has to go for forced sale of his output to the village money lender come trader at a low price. Still it's going on. So that's another defect. So we talked about the lack of storage facility. So no warehousing facilities for farmers as much as they need. So farmers are again forced to store their produce in pits, mud vessels, kacha storehouses. So these unscientific methods of storage leads to considerable wastage. More than 10% of agricultural produce are damaged due to lack of proper storage facilities. And not only that, we have lack of transportation. Transportation is also not up to the mark. They are highly inadequate. How much transport they are doing their level best, but it's not enough. Transportation is not good enough. Only a small number of villages are linked by pakka roads to mandis. Most of the roads are kacha roads, which are not fit for transport vehicles. And in the absence of proper road transportation facilities in rural areas, Indian farmers cannot reach nearby mandis to sell their produce at a fair price. So they prefer to sell their produce at the village market itself. So again, because of that, then of course there is no grading, because Indian farmers do not give importance to grading of their produce. So they do not separate the qualitatively good crops from bad crops. So they fail to get a good price of their produce. So they don't have storage facilities. Now where do they sit and grade which quality is what? Then there's again institutional finance is still lacking. There's the absence of enough institutional finance. So the Indian farmers again goes to the traders and money lenders for taking loans. So especially this is true in case of small farmers, because they cannot get bank loans because they have no security to offer. The traders and the money lenders give them loans on condition that they will sell their crops only to them. So in that way, what happens is immediately after harvesting, they have to sell their produce to these traders at low prices. And last but not the least, there's lack of organization. They don't get together, they don't bargain. So they don't have bargaining power for better prices, and so they take the help of intermediaries for selling the crops, and they face exploitations at the hands of the dalals. So much has to be done uh, in this. So these are the defects of the agricultural marketing system here.